It's Levack and Goz on 104.5 The Team.
Levack and Goz, Coach Will Brown in studio with us right now, hanging out, talking about the program, which looks really good. But let's talk about the NBA Finals. I seem to be on the dumbest side of a wager I've been on since the last time I bet you on something. I thought the Warriors would lose in 7. I thought the Cavs could get this done. I went with the best player on the planet versus the best team on the planet. And I seem to be learning very quickly I made a mistake.
Absolutely.
Now, is there any chance?
You recognize your mistake. you admit it. Now correct it and change your pick.
Well, the wager's already in. I have to wear a billboard with Roger's face or some kind of advertisement on the corner of Central and Wolf if the Warriors continue this and get the win.
You got suckered into that bet, huh? I thought I wear a shirt with Weiland's face on it.
A full billboard.
Like
the sandwich board?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so and on me, I mean, that's a billboard.
Now,
that's
while
legit.
you do the show, you got to walk around in public?
No, we're going to do the corner of Central and Wolf, and I'm thinking like noon to 1.
And I'm thinking 2 to 6.
Yeah, he wants me out of the studio, Will.
Well, 2 to 6 would be nice. 4 hours. I might drive by and honk a couple times.
2 to 6, there's a good chance I'm giving a gesture or two by the time it's over.
That would be a great Twitter day.
Oh.
I think so. Yeah.
I would totally lose it at some point if I was out there that long. There's no way I don't pull a Mr. Met at some point if I'm out there that long.
See, I was smart enough to go with the Warriors. I'd bet the Cavaliers for Honorado, and if I had lost, I would have had to go out there while he's shooting and hold his umbrella like the butler while he just gave me Taco Bell for lunch. That was my reward.
I'll tell you what, I'd rather hold the umbrella than be a Roger Weiland billboard. I mean,
I was going to invade the news that day if I won.
I've always told Roger he has a great face for radio.
Right. Well, now imagine if this is big enough to cover me.
You're a good man.
I may get asked to leave the corner. Who knows? Oh. Is there any way the Cavs come back?
I don't think so. See, I look at things like a coach.
Right.
And I look at last year. Steph Curry was hurt. The series was just about over, and then the NBA spends Draymond Green, and the momentum changes, and Golden State couldn't get it back. I think Curry's healthy, and obviously you know how good Kevin Durant is. And the biggest adjustment that I think the Cavs have to make to have a chance is to slow the game down, post LeBron up, make the game ugly, maybe play 2 bigs and try to force Golden State to play that way. The problem is the Cavs are at their best when they're running up and down, and that plays right into the hands of Golden State. Last year, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry missed shots on the same night. Golden State's losing. Well, now if they both miss shots, Durant will just go get 40. Yeah. I think about the first game. Yeah. Draymond Green shot 3 for 12. Klay Thompson shot 3 for 16, and they blew the Cavs out. And all the LeBron haters that are out there, every time he loses or does something, he doesn't play well, they love to crush him. Look at his stat line from game 2. The efficiency, the triple-double. And they still got blown out. And they play all this ISO basketball. So, Kyrie Irving, he makes SportsCenter top 10, but he dribbles the ball 19 times while everybody stands and watches. So they're going to have to play slower. They're going to have to get those guys, Korver and those guys, some shots, running some plays. Right now, it's a conspiracy theory. There's no way it's going to be a sweep. There's too much money involved.
Right.
All right. The NBA is going to find a way for the Cavs to win a game. So watch the calls that are made in the next 2 games. Don't be surprised if Draymond gets ejected. But I think it should be a sweep. I think LeBron's too good to allow that team, if he has any say, to get swept. Could you imagine if LeBron gets swept, what he's going to have to deal with?
Oh,
that's ridiculous.
The offseason is going to be pointing the finger of who's to blame. Is it Kevin Love? Is it Ty Lue? Is it this guy? Is it that guy? And on the other side of it, the Warriors are 14-0, but they've basically done it without their head coach and Steve Kerr. Have you noticed any difference between Kerr on the sidelines and Mike Brown on the sidelines?
No. I think, they're both veterans. I think Steve Kerr, when he took over for Mark Jackson, who really got that thing going, he opened up the offense. That was supposedly the thing Jackson didn't do. He took too much control of the offense. I think Kerr lets them play, and they play with great flow offensively. I think Mike Brown's a smart guy. I think he was just trying to hold the fort down. I mean, let's face it, he wins games. Kerr still gets the W on his coaching record. You know, and this isn't the first time that, you know, you've had all these stars on one team. You know, look back to when you had Bird and his Celtics with McHale and Parrish. You had Jabbar, Magic, Worthy. You had Dr. J, Moses Malone. I mean, how many teams back? I mean, there were so many teams back then, in my opinion, that can win right now.
Right.
You know, I don't know if somebody made a good point. Everyone's comparing Golden State to the 95, 96 Bulls. Well, what you don't understand about those Bulls is, A, they were going to guard you for 48 minutes, and they can beat you playing up and down, beat you in the half court. And they had 4 great defenders, not good defenders.
Right.
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Harper. Scottie Pippen's going to guard Durant.
Yep.
Jordan is going to lock up Steph Curry.
It's over for Steph, yeah.
You know, and they had Tony Kukoc coming off the bench. In my opinion, Kukoc is better than Draymond Green. In my opinion.
More well-rounded.
You know,
not what they use Draymond for.
It's a different era, though.
Right.
Like now, Jordan, with the way the fouls are called now, Jordan might average 60 a game. Think about it. He would drive the middle against the bad boys and get put on his rear end. They'd smile at him and they'd run down and score.
Yeah.
You know, now.
The Jordan rules.
Now, LeBron can take his left hand, push you out of his way, take 7 steps, and score, and it's good. Or.
And he might get N1.
Or if you take a deep breath as he goes by you, you know, it's N1.
Right.
You know, so it's hard. Different era, different game.
Yeah. Some of LeBron you just brought up, and I was thinking about you watching the game last night because of the continuation. There's shots where Steph Curry will be in his motion from half court and they'll call a foul. LeBron, as you said, will take 7 steps. Do you want to see continuation done with, or should college basketball consider bringing that to the sport?
No, trust me. I love college basketball officials, but I think their job is so hard as is. Here's my problem with continuation. You're halfway through a quarter, and Steph Curry's at half court. Now, he's at half court. Is he going to shoot the ball? Or maybe I shouldn't say Steph Curry. Draymond Green, is he going to shoot the ball from half court? No. Nobody's thinking that. But the minute a guy starts to reach down and foul, they just throw the ball up and they get bailed out. You know, even Steph Curry's not going to stop at the half court line. Maybe a step or two in front of it. But I just think the continuation, sometimes the fouls happen. There's 2 more steps. The ball goes up and 1.
Right.
You know, I like it more like the college game, to be honest with you. And I think it's easier. I think it's easier for the officials. Those NBA officials, I know they make good money. That is a hard job. Those guys are so big, strong, athletic, and talented. They're fouling every single possession. Illegal screen after illegal screen. What do you call? What don't you call? And then they have to have the thick skin. What are you going to do when LeBron cusses you out? You're going to cuss him back? No, because he'll get you kicked out of the league.
Right.
You know, so it's hard. I don't like the continuation. I like it more like the college game. Because it's a guessing game almost in the NBA. What is continuation? What isn't? Half court. You're going to give him 3 free throws or not?
Great Danes head basketball coach Will Brown with us. And the only thing you might love more than hoops is the UFC, mixed martial arts. I made the mistake of getting to a wager with you on that one. I thought Jose Aldo was just, if your name wasn't Conor McGregor, he was going to smoke you. And you disagreed. And Max Holloway, I looked good early. You got to admit, Aldo looked good early.
He did. He rocked Holloway early. I think what happened is after the first round, I think Holloway got comfortable. He wasn't in awe of the atmosphere, and he started moving better. And I thought Aldo gassed in that final round.
Which is amazing. How does that happen?
I don't know. You know, sometimes you can overtrain, maybe the adrenaline from fighting in Brazil, but Holloway's a bad boy. The only guy McGregor hasn't been able to knock out.
So is that something you want to see? Do you want to see Holloway McGregor?
No, because I don't think McGregor will ever fight in the UFC again. If he fights Mayweather.
Too much money because of that
He's
fight?
going to make so much money from the Mayweather fight that there's not going to be a UFC fight worth him fighting.
So how is it, saying that out loud, I don't really disagree with that, but it almost seems like if that's the case for boxing and they get the biggest name is still Mayweather, even though he's not fighting, and the UFC could lose their biggest star, how is this a positive for either sport, this big mega fight?
I don't think it is. They're talking about this next boxing fight, Alvarez versus Triple G.
Yep.
How many people are excited about that? It's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, after the Mayweather-Pacquiao debacle, whatever that was, the slap box fight,
yeah.
you know, who is going to, you know, I can't imagine people, you know, dying to buy pay-per-views. McGregor, everybody wanted to see him fight. So I think one of two things. He's either not going to fight or the UFC is going to have to take the pay scale to an all-time high for him. They won't pay Demetrius Johnson right now pay-per-view, but yet they'll say he's potentially the greatest fighter in the world. They say nobody has interest in those lightweights or whatever he fights at.
Right.
But if you're saying he's the greatest fighter in the world, pay him. Keep him happy. Now, McGregor, if he makes $25 million just to step in the boxing ring, then you add the pay-per-views, which probably would be another $25 million.
At least, yeah.
So if he walks out of that fight with 50, 60 million, I think Mayweather's going to embarrass him. But 50, 60 million.
Yeah, you can embarrass me for that. I'll be you go ahead and embarrass me all day long for 50,
I'll
60
go in
million
there with Mayweather. I'll just go down in the first round.
Right.
If you got 60 million, you don't have to get punched in the head for a living anymore. You're set. You're done.
McGregor's the type of guy that if he starts to get embarrassed, might throw in a kick.
Yeah.
Or
you and I have thought before. Callers.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best. That's one of the most entertaining storylines.
Yeah, I don't know.
Will he lose it?
I don't know enough about boxing for the up and comers. I guess that heavyweight that just knocked Klitschko out.
Anthony Joshua. Yeah,
he's supposed to be pretty good, but you know the UFC. I mean, they're selling out everywhere. I mean, but you know, McGregor is the drawing card. You know, what other fighter, you know, are people going to pay to see besides John Jones? And he hasn't been able to fight in a couple of years because of all the trouble. I would pay to watch him fight.
Yeah, hopefully he's coming back and he takes on DC.
He'll take out Cormier.
I hope so.
Me too.
I hope so. I really do. Coach Will Brown, you took some time out of your day. You brought ice cream to Goz. You made his day.
Yours is over there too. Woods has got one. We're all hooked up, right?
Like, you know, he's trying to put it off that you're eating the ice cream and he's watching it melt.
Don't get that too close. You'll eat it eventually. Come on, we all will.
It's better when it's melted.
That's also
true. And then there's one sitting here now for you guys.
Well, I'm sure Goz will get to that.
Whatever intern does the best today. It's a competition now.
It's unbelievable how he's throwing you under the bus, guys.
Because he's so motivated by food. Like, I'm the fat guy on the show, and he's the one that I think I could pay you in tacos, and you would work.
Well, I just had tacos today from a bet we won. Possibly next week.
Again, that's another one. Me and Brian Cody from GNA had a bet. And like
he's still rooting for the Rockets in the NBA.
Still rooting for the Rockets.
Yeah.
But because I won, my whole show got to eat. And they're all like, yeah, we won. I go, so wait, if I lost, would you guys have helped me pay for their show to eat? Oh, no, not at all.
We just couldn't find our wallets all of a sudden. When that was the case.
Did you have Cody in here watching you eat?
No, we did it before the show. He had to deliver it to us.
Did you allow him to eat, though?
He bought his own.
He bought his own. Okay, he's a good man.
We didn't let him eat with us.
I was going to say.
He had to go to the little kids' table like at Thanksgiving, and then we ate.
Well, you know he had Aldo the other night, too.
He did. Yeah. He did.
I haven't heard from him since.
Oh, no. No, you won't. He's lost enough. I was going to say, like, if I lost as much as he did, I'd be skinny, too. So, I get it. Coach, we appreciate you. We're going to pick your brain more as the season comes closer. It's U Albany Great Danes, of course, right here on 104.5 The Team. So, we love when you have a chance to come in, and we love, listen, maybe we'll go do a live broadcast from the gym just to see Cream. I'll work out.
Yeah, why not? Let's do one from the gym. I'll stay on for several hours with you. Ratings will drop because I'll be on.
Well, no, we'll kick Goz off. They'll go right back up.
Oh, stop it. Coach, we appreciate your time here. We'll see you soon. He's getting something over there.
Thanks for having me on, and I appreciate what you do for our program and for the university and the athletic department. I know all the coaches and the administration appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks,
Headlines
guys.
coming up next.